everyone, it's Megan with the CraftyPlannerLovR here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be planning in my health and wellness planner for the week of July 21st through the 27th, using some stickers from Growing Modestly. Unfortunately, Growing Modestly shop is closed, but you can still see all of her Plan With Me's and all of her content on her YouTube channel and on her Instagram, and I will leave all of her information in the description box. But this is what I have in my stash. I have a whole notebook full of stickers from when her shop was open, and I really want to use them because they're so pretty, and like there's no point in me like hoarding all of them, right? So I decided to use the tropical like stickers for this week. So we have the tropical leaves, we have Monstera clusters, and then we have two types of the Monstera stickers, and then I have some stickers, like some box stickers. We have the Monstera green boxes, and then the seashell pink boxes, and a couple of different versions, and I thought these would be really cute to use in my planner spread for this week. To add a little bit more color, I also have some stickers from the Recollections sticker book. There are a couple of like Monstera clusters that have color in them, and I thought I would just add those just a little bit here and there to make sure that I had just a smidgen of color. But we're going to go ahead and get started with this week. So I decided I don't think I'm going to use washi tape this week. I'm probably going to regret that decision soon, but I'm going to try not to. There is some washi strips in this sticker book here. We have this one, and then I remember seeing another one in here. We have these, and then we have these. So I was thinking if I wanted to use washi, I would use these ones, but we shall see. You know what? Scratch that. I'm going to use them. I love how I said, we're going to see if I use them, and then I instantly decide to use them. But I really wanted to add a little bit of color here. So, got my scissors. I think, oops, I'm going to cut right here. How is it already, like, almost August? That just blows my mind. I cannot believe it is almost August, you guys. Like, that's just ridiculous. That means school's gonna be starting back soon, and I'm excited for it to start back because I'm ready to get a paycheck. But I have been having a lot of fun just kind of like hanging out and decorating and doing all the fun planner things. So I am sad to go back, but I am ready to have a paycheck. Trying to peel this off. I promise I am going to use Growing Modestly stickers. I just wanted it to have a little bit of a basis to work off of. So I'm going to use these like corner stickers here for the corners, just to cover up that like, what is it called? That like quote right there. Oh goodness. Okay, well here we've got to fix this because I want to use the whole sticker. I don't want to cut off the parts of it. Probably have to move it down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright, now we're going to get into these. So I'm probably not going to use the clear ones. These are on clear paper, clear matte paper. I think I'm going to use just the regular ones. So how has y'all's summer been, despite the fact that I kind of just ruined it by saying I didn't want to go back to school? Sorry. But I want to know how your summer's been, how things have been going for you. What have you been up to this summer? I am sorry that I have not had a spread posted in a little bit, but as you may or may not know, I was out of town and I was having a lot of fun with my sister, and we were in Disney, and then I just took a couple of days for my own personal relaxation. So that was really fun, but I wanted to know how y'all's summer has been going. How have you been faring? What have you been up to? What's the tea? What's been happening? I have been having a lot of fun planning and decorating and organizing. It has been a long time since I have had a long amount of time off, and I have really enjoyed it. I'm really sad to go back. I know I just said I'm excited to go back because I want a paycheck, but I'm also sad to go back. I have to make sure I leave a little bit of space for my meal plan, or my meals list. So I'm trying to be mindful of that when I'm laying down all of my fun stickers. Scoot that over a little bit, because I'm going to throw in this guy too, because I want all of the clusters. Let's go ahead and add some boxes while we're here. I'm gonna kind of switch in between, whoops, in between these, because this is where I'm gonna write my mood, sleep, and energy levels. Oh wait, I want green first. Oops, that's crooked. There we go. I love using boxes in my spreads, if you guys don't know. Very happy with using boxes. I'm going to put this one right here. I haven't really been very good with tracking things recently. I need to start getting back into it, but I've just been having a lot of hard time getting back into the swing of all of my spreads and stuff this week for some reason. And I need to get back into doing all of the trackings. And it's been hard. So I haven't been tracking very much. I'm going to use these for my food intake, my calorie count at the bottom of the spread. I also have been having this like really weird headache this past week, and I don't know what it is. Like, I thought it was sinus pressure, and I was so sure that it was sinus pressure. Like, I even took a sinus pill, like a sinus decongestant, and I thought, oh cool, it's gonna go away. It never did, and it's still, like, at the time of me filming, it's still occurring, and I don't know what the heck is going on. It feels like a sinus pressure headache, but it's not, and I'm kind of worried about it, honestly. I'm trying not to be like too concerned, because like it could just be nothing. It could just be like lack of sleep. But when I wake up in the mornings, I'm feeling okay. Like, I'm feeling fine. I'm trying to kind of like brush it off, you know, be like, oh, it's probably nothing. But I also don't want it to be something and then me regret, you know, brushing it off. So let me know if you guys know what kind of headache I'm having, because I have no idea. Obviously, you know, you can't really tell what kind of headache I'm having with, you know, just hearing me talk about it. But if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them, because I am getting real annoyed with this situation. Like, it's really starting to bother me. I don't understand what's going on. My hands are not cooperating today. There we go. This is fun. I need to white this section out here. I always forget to do it, and I'm gonna do it now. So this is the week of Christmas in July, because July 25th starts on this day. So what have you guys been, do you celebrate Christmas in July? I know a lot of people celebrate Summerween, which is like Halloween in the summer. And Sarah Art's PR team has a Summerween theme going on the 28th, I think. I'm pretty sure it's on Monday next week. And I don't really celebrate Halloween. I used to, like, kind of, I used to celebrate it growing up, but it wasn't like intense celebration. It was more like, oh, let's sit down and watch Monster House and Hocus Pocus and go get some candy from the store and celebrate it. Because where I live, we don't have a neighborhood, so we don't really have a way to, I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible, we don't really have a way to celebrate Halloween because we live in a neighborhood and we don't have that kind of access to that stuff. But not saying that we ever would have. I grew up in a kind of atmosphere where Halloween wasn't really encouraged, if you know what I mean. And nothing to say that it's bad to do Halloween. Like, I wish I would have, but I was never into, and I think the reason why we weren't encouraged to celebrate it is because personally for me, I was never into the Halloween stuff. I was never into the spooky, scary stuff. That just was not my vibe growing up. And so I think my parents were like, alright, you don't want to celebrate Halloween? Fine for us. Goodbye. No worries. We'll just grab some candy from the store and that'll be that. So that's kind of how we celebrated it. But I know a lot of people really like Halloween, and I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for people celebrating the holidays that they feel like they want to celebrate. But for me, it was never something that I was really into. But I like decorating in my planners, so I think, you know, that's my version of Halloween celebration, is to just decorate in my planners. Because I'm not a huge, like, spooky person. As I said, like, horror is not my thing. Not only do I just not enjoy horror, I also have sleep paralysis, so I cannot do anything horror related because it will trigger my sleep paralysis, and I will not be able to sleep for, like, weeks on end after. So I try and stay away from that kind of stuff. But sometimes, you know, like, for example, when I lived in Orlando, Halloween is a huge thing in the Orlando community because of Halloween Horror Nights. So it's kind of hard to ignore Halloween a lot. Not to say I did not try. I definitely did. I did not want to be involved in any of the stuff. I did one scary house in my college program, and that was the extent of my, can I handle horror? That was my extent. I could not do it. So I don't do that stuff. I feel like I'm just constantly, like, talking about how I can't handle horror, and I'm acting like a little baby, but it's true. I am a little baby when it comes to horror. I just don't do it. But I like that people do like it. You know, I'm all for it. But I do celebrate Christmas in July, and I know some people don't celebrate that holiday, and I'm totally fine if you don't celebrate the same holidays that I do. I believe everybody should celebrate what they want to. But I celebrate Christmas in July, and I love Christmas. It was always such a happy time in my life, and it was always something that made me just really excited for over, you know, because when you're growing up, you're going to school, you get to have, you know, a very long vacation off of school, you get to spend it with friends and family. It's always just such a great time. And, you know, as I've reached adulthood, I realized that I really liked how it makes me feel. It just makes me happy, and I always just really love the atmosphere. I love the cold weather. I'm very much a cold weather girly, and it always just made me so excited, and I always looked forward to the holidays. So I am celebrating Christmas in July for the first time in my planners, and I know that seems like weird, like you're celebrating it for the first time. Yeah, I always forget that Christmas in July is a thing for some reason, and I always forget to celebrate it in my planners. But this year I am, and I'm very excited about it. So all of that jibber jabber being said, I wanted to know, are you guys celebrating both Halloween and Christmas in your planners? Are you only celebrating Christmas? Are you only celebrating Halloween? Are you doing a special spread in your planners for the holiday or holidays? I'm nosy, and I want to know what you guys are doing for your planner spreads. I am filling in a little bit more of the space in here with some of these other colors, like especially this like red. I don't have quite a bit of that color left in my planner book, but I wanted to use just a little bit of it in my spread to make the colors pop a little bit more. And I'm trying to find some of this like peach color too. So that is what we are working on here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. All right, I feel like that is enough space for writing. What do you guys think? Because I have space here for my food, here and here for food, and then obviously this whole section here for food. And then I have all of my tracking for mood, energy, and sleep. And then for exercise, I have some space in each section to write that down if I need to. The only other thing that I'm going to do is just white out the remaining line here. I have to start thinking about my 2026 planner for my health and wellness, and I am leaning heavily on the Laurel Denise planner because I saw Priya, who is Dazzling Creative Vibes or Dazzling Creative Plans. I'm so sorry, Priya, if you're watching and I mispronounced your YouTube channel. She does amazing like spreads with Laurel Denise planner, and I am always so impressed. You can totally see that I drew that line, but oh well. And I was thinking about using that planner for 2025 or 2026 for my health and wellness, but I'm not quite sure. We'll have to figure it out when the time comes closer. I do already have some planners that I'm thinking about getting as well. Do you guys already started on your lineup, even though it's only July, almost August? It's kind of time to start that, you know. I am always thinking about my next year planners because I always want to try out a new style. I'm also thinking about using the Laurel Denise planner for social media. But I was thinking I really liked the Hobonichi Cousin for social media this year, because that's what I'm using. It's not technically a Hobonichi Cousin, it's a Hobonichi Cousin dupe. But you guys know, it's basically the same thing. And I've been thinking about using that. So, we'll see. If I do use a Hobonichi Cousin, it will probably be just Scribbles Hobonichi Cousin that she has in her shop, because I have been loving seeing that planner as well. So we'll see. Of course I'm going to have the Hobonichi Weeks. That's going to be a non-negotiable, gonna be in my planners this year because I absolutely love it and I need to have it in my life. Alright everyone, that is it for this week in my health and wellness planner using the Monstera stickers from Growing Modestly, as well as some stickers from my Recollections sticker book. I hope you guys liked seeing this video. I hope you liked hearing my chit chat. I'm very chatty today for some reason, and I just had a lot of questions. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment below answering all of the questions that I asked. But also, if you made it this far in the video, leave me a Monstera leaf or a flower, because that way I'll know you watched the whole video. Don't forget to check out the description box below for Growing Modestly's information and give her all of the love and support that you can, and check out the different content that I share in my YouTube playlists. They are listed in different categories of planning and crafting depending on what you want. I really hope to see you guys in the next video, and until next time, craft on. Bye guys.